Good evening, world. Here I am in central London on my balcony to tell you about the story of the making of the video Ukrainian Kiss. The video was directed by Reza Golestani, an Iranian director, and his wife, Elisa V, was the makeup artist. Not that they had to use an awful lot of it. The most interesting thing about the video, obviously, is the car. Now, the car belonged to former president of the Soviet Union, President Brezhnev. It was Brezhnev's car. I think it was a Volga. You can check that, I'm quite sure. I think it was. And it was amazing, you know, running around, driving around in the back of a car like that in Kiev, and you'll see all the beautiful shots of Kiev as well. Now, the other interesting point is that the lyrical content of this song was changed. Now, I normally don't do that. I normally have a lyric and I stick to it. But in this particular instance, I turned up my producer at the time, Danny Stegel, who was always, with whom I'd done a lot of work with before, in particular the album War and Peace, which is my first proper produced album. And he said to me, Nicky, why don't we change the lyrics to reflect the warlike scenario in which you were living at the time? Because originally it was this kind of a love song, etc. Well, we've got enough of those. You'll see it's all about what was going on. It was the revolution at the time, the barricades. It was called the Maidan Revolution. And, for example, I'd be on the phone to a friend of mine, Wayne the Pain, and he lived on the other side of town, and I could hear the bullets winging past his window when we spoke. And when I went down onto the street below my apartment in Kiev, the whole area was all smashed up. It had been bombed and broken up, and the streets were deserted. And I was trying to find a restaurant to have dinner that night, you know, and I found myself down some back alley trying to find some pizza joint that was open, or etc. And that was it, really. You know, the whole of Kiev was exploding. There was a revolution in the main square, which is called Maidan. And you can find all this online. And there we are, really. You can find the full link to the video in the link tree in the bio. There you are. So, director Reza Golestani, Iranian, wife Elisa V. They both live in New York now, actually. They managed to get out of Ukraine, and happily they're successfully directing in New York. You never know, we may do another video with them one day. And it was a complete lyric change, courtesy of Danny Stegel. So there we are. Enjoy.